Hi folks, okay, so I'm just going to do a quick video on how to draw an eel or a parabola within a rectangle. So let's look at question A3, so section A, question 3 from the 2019 ordinary level DCG examination paper from the SEC, State Examinations Commission. It tells you that the image below shows a cutter which is part of a paper punch. The cutter appears as a parabola in elevation. So you can see the cutter there. It's kind of the copper color, the brown color. And if we look at it, you can see that it's a parabola. As we looked at it at 90 degrees, we can see it looks like a parabola in elevation. The drawing shows the outline of the outline elevation of the cutter. A portion of the left-hand side of the parabola, which is inscribed in the rectangle ABCD. So let's look at ABCD, yeah. And the vertex is V is the vertex of the parabola. So the vertex means the top of it. Okay, that's the point at which it is, the very top of it. Locate the remaining points on the left-hand side of the parabola. Locate the remaining points on the right-hand side of the parabola. Draw the complete parabola. So we have to finish off the left, do the right from scratch, and draw the complete parabola. So let's look at how we do that. Okay, so I don't have my book here to hand, so I'm just going to try and throw up. This is just a YouTube video here that I'm just looking at, and again, it's just typing in how to draw a parabola by the rectangle method, or what I say, parabola by a rectangle method. So just let's look at this. So we have again a rectangle here. What to do is to divide the bottom into a number of equal parts, to divide the side up into a number of equal parts. Then what you do is you draw the number of equal parts that's drawn along the bottom. We draw them parallel to VO through those points. Okay, so draw a line parallel to VO through those points. Sorry, they're a bit different than what I would have done at the start. So draw a line parallel from VO through those points. You can see that point there, 1. We can see here, just let's look at here. This first point here is actually what happens is on the left hand side where they divide it up into number of equal parts, they divide up the number of equal parts and then they link it back to the vertex. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts here. Let's go back to our question. Okay, so we can see here that there are going to be, this is divided up in the same amount of parts as this side here. So what we do is we know that the distance between the edge of the rectangle and the first line is, on my rule, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So the distance between there and there is 7. So I can just come over here. I can go to the draw. Again, I'm just trying to do stuff here as best I can. I'm just going to put a blue dot, okay, down where it's 7. So we'll just go with that. So there's 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to put a dot there. Sorry. Should be yeah, so I need to be a bit bigger. I'm going to put a dot there, and maybe a darker blue might be better. So 5, 6, 7, put a wee dot there. Okay. So and then I'm going to move my rule. Go to come and draw. I'm going to move my rule over. I'm going to measure over 7 millimeters again. So let's measure over 7. So 5, 6, 7. Put another dot there. Okay, and then that there. So it's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts as well. So let's just draw a proper line down through them. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my lighter pen. It's a kind of a purple. The first the lines that it's an exam paper is purple, so I'm just going to go through the purple. So the next step is I'm going to draw a line down through that. Then I'm going to draw a line down through the center point of that. I did it a bit thick, but you're lucky you get the point. Okay, so there is the vertical point. So I've just measured off the distance, the same distance, because when you're drawing a rectangle inside a parabola inside of a rectangle, it's dividing up the same amount of distances. Now we know that over here on the left hand side, it's divided up into 5 as well. However, if you go back to my YouTube video, you'll see what they've actually done is they've drawn a line from the vertex down to the point where it's divided. And when these two lines meet, that gives us that point. So we have that point in this question. So that is that point. So how do we get whereabouts the division starts? Well, the very simple way to do it is to get a rule and put it through the vertex. Okay, and try and line it up as best we can. Again, I don't have it drawn. There we go. So something like that. Okay, and we draw a line from there down to there. Okay, so there's my first point. So that there is going to be the first point. I can also repeat the process up here by drawing a line from the vertex through the point on the curve that we're given. Something like that. So again, draw a line on the point in the curve that we're given. Something like that. So now I know the distance from there to there. So from A to this generator line is going to be repeated up along here. So let's measure it. So let's measure it. So let's measure the total distance. So it's 5, it's at 11, say. Okay, and it looks like 11 to me. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11. So let's go, and I'm going back to my dot. I'm going to go that. I'm not going to go as big as these ones because they're a bit annoying for to be able to do it. So let's put my line there and count 11. There's 5, 10, 11. That'll do. Go up here, 10, 11. So there it is there. There's the two dots. Obviously, it'd be nice to be able to draw that through that. Might you do it even thicker? So you can see it. Okay, so let's now draw our line from the vertex down through those points. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to my purpley sort of line up the vertex. There we go, something like so. Draw a line through that, repeat the process. So now we've got our points. Okay, so let's go and figure them out. So if this is the third line back to the vertex, then the third line from here is where that meets. So there, that'll where this line and this line meet will give us our next point. So we draw some sort of a line here for us. Going to go with a red line, so that'll be point there and our point there. Okay, and then it's just a case of finishing off the curve. So draw it up as best we can, something like that. Freehand is not good when you're using a mouse to draw it on a computer, but you get the idea. Now, how do we go about getting this over here? Very simple. We could do it a number of different ways, but the best way probably to do it is to get your T-square, line up on the board so that that's perfect, and then just basically draw a line through that point straight across. Because it's going to be the exact same on the left as it is on the right. Okay, draw a line straight across. Draw a line straight across. And the last one, draw a line straight across. Right, now we've got that side over there fully subdivided. Okay, now what I can do again is I'm just going to come back to my other pen. I'm going to come back down here, come back up there, go back, rotate my rule around, draw a line between there and there. Again, just kind of take me a lot longer here than it would do you board. Again, I don't have camera set up to be able to record what I'm trying to do. I'll try and get one for next week. So that's that there. There's my left hand side and my right hand side all divided up into the 5 equal parts. The point drawn where the 5 equal parts intersect the edge of the rectangle, I link that back to the vertex, and then all that needs to be done is we need to basically divide up the base into 5 equal parts as well. Okay, so again, you can fast forward ahead here if you want for a second while I do that. It's going to take me a little bit to do it. So what did I say? It was divided up into 7. So 7. Let's go with bigger. 7. 7. 7. 7. Okay. Bring it around. Draw a line straight through them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, so we measure them up. So this here's the first point because it's my first point on it. This is my first line and my first line where the them two meet. That gives me my next point. This is my second line, and this is my second line. There's my next point, and so on and so forth. This is my third line, and this is my third line. This gives me my third point. My fourth line and my fourth line gives me my fourth point, and then back to the vertex gives me my fifth point. Then it's just simply a case of going and drawing the rest of the parabola for part C. Again, it wouldn't be the greatest at drawing freehand on a computer, but that's basically the answer there. Okay, so that's pretty much that. That's, again, look it up, learn it off. You'll be asked it 100 times. How to draw a parabola in a rectangle. It can be a long question, it can be a short question.